Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Heat as they go up against the Magic. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And Greg, so look at this matchup. We've got offense against defense. Which one's going to win out? Which is going to carry the day?
Well, they say defense wins championships, but good offense is hard to beat, especially in the NBA. Certainly strength on strength here, which will make this one fun to watch.
Here's Francis. Outlaw with the bucket.
Oh, that was a nice find by Francis. He spots a wide open man and hits him in rhythm.
Walker is screen on Hill. The drive by. Great dunk.
Goodness! That was special.
And there's the youth, Wade jumping out of the gym.
Here's Francis. Howard with a screen on Payton. Francis. A three-pointer off the mark. Hill against Wade. Here's the three. And it's Orlando with the rebound. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Guys, I think free throw shooting is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
And here are the Heat now. It's a three-point game. Walker is screen on Hill. And it's Wade penetrating. And ooh, he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh, my goodness.
And it looks like this is where Wade's at his best. Moving, playing downhill.
Here's Francis. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Payton against Turkoglu. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. Here's Howard. Has to Outlaw. It's blocked by Shaq.
Love seeing O'Neal use his body to come up with those blocks. An imposing force and a pretty consistent defender as well.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Francis. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Count it.
And Francis, fearless as a player. Somebody that feels like he can score inside anytime he wants to.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and, you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Back to Payton. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wade for 3. Drills it from outside. Wade's got 7 points.
And love the rise and fire approach from Wade, giving the D no time to react.
Here's the screen. Here's Hill. Pass to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Thunderous jam. Wow.
And here's Wade. He has 7. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Hill. Howard against Shaq. Howard, the pass to Turkoglu. And it's Wade with the rebound. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 9.
And he'll free up more space for himself on the perimeter with buckets like that. Wade's smart to get to work inside.
Here's Francis, covered by Payton. Lets it go from 11, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Francis has got his second basket of the game. Now Wade. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Jersey.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Here's Francis, defended by Payton. O'Neal looking around. Pass to Wade. O'Neal a screen on Hill. And it's Wade with the jam.
You got to be excited about this kid's future. Wade has the potential to be a superstar for a long time.
Here's Francis. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Here's Outlaw, and it's Outlaw slamming it down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
He'd have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Now a timeout called by Miami. Payton passes to Posey. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Oh, that's blocked.
Imposing his will defensively. A rejection like that can get in the shooter's head.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Shot clock at 5. Rebound by the Magic.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Howard with a screen on Payton. Francis' shot is off. To the left wing. It's taken away by Payton. Walker goes in. Walker controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Francis, covered by Payton. Francis passes to Outlaw. Yep, that one goes. Outlaw's got 6 points. And here are the Heat now. Wade surveying the D. The putback, and O'Neal is right there.
O'Neal throwing himself around and coming away with the bucket. He is an absolute wrecking ball and a gigantic one on the glass.
Here's Francis. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Well, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Back to Shaq. O'Neal is double. It's stolen by Hill. Pass to Howard. Outlaw dishes to Howard. Here's Francis, covered by Payton. 5 on the clock. Floats one. Rejected by Walker. Here's Payton, hoping to put that miserable performance behind him that he had against New Jersey. Francis passes to Outlaw. Here's Francis. It's blocked by Shaq. Pass to Wade. Shot from 12. Here's Shaq. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Dwight Howard.
Boy, that's grown man weight room ammonia strength from O'Neal, brushing off the contact like it was never even there and converting.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. The free throw off from O'Neal. All right, Clark, at this juncture of the season, what's important for a young player?
Well, for young players, universally, Kevin, it's all about getting comfortable, making sure that you're earning your way, feeling like you belong. That's where your confidence comes from.
Here's Capona, following the bucket by Orlando. Mourning kicks to right, pass to Capona. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Nelson against Williams. Here's Cato. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And they'll take that all day. That's a high percentage look.
Now, here is Mourning. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to right. It's deflected. They recover it. Shot's good by Shaq. Orlando trails by 4. And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for O'Neal. Williams against Nelson. Pass to Stevenson. 6 to shoot. Here's Garrity. He's guarded by Haslem. And yes, it's good. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Stolen by Dooling. Nelson with a screen on right. Down low. Here's Stevenson. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And the dunk by Mourning.
On the drive, Mourning can be such a force, clearing a path for himself through the defense.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Heat?
To me, their physicality has been the thing early on that stood out. They're not settling for one and done. They're following their shots and getting a lot of putbacks.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
He's a guy that has some fire to him, both on the floor and in the locker room. You know, Mourning is that guy that loves to motivate himself and his teammates.
Nelson, no luck. Miami leading by 4. Pass to Williams. Nelson with the steal. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. And stolen by Mourning. Haslam with it. And it's Nelson picking him up. And the jam by Udonis Haslam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here is Nelson. He had 13 points in the win against Indiana. And here's Stevenson for 3. The rebound by Alonzo Mourning. Stevenson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Haslam. And the jam by Udonis Haslam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now, here is Nelson. Nothing on the board. Dooling cannot hit. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Williams. It's good. And now it's a 10-point Miami lead.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And that does it for the first quarter. Heat out front, up 8. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
From deep, Turkoglu. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Hedo Turkoglu has supreme belief in his jumper and significant range on it, too.
Outside Williams. Walker surveying the floor. Right wing. Here's Posey. Off target with his 3. Orlando trails by 5. Pass to Francis. Howard with a screen on Williams. Looking to end his cold spell. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, you got to respect the hustle on the glass right there.
The Heat shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Wade with it. 13 points in the game. Over Dooling. Wade finds Walker. And Walker throws it down hard.
Oh, that's a high IQ play from such a young player. Wade found his man easily off the screen.
Francis passes to Dooling. Here's Cato. There's the drive. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but For me, I don't mind a little extra.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. O'Neal's checked in for Walker, and it's Payton in for Williams. Here's Wade. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
The score now all even. Howard's got 7 points.
And that's Howard's game. These interior looks that he puts in so easily.
Payton looking around. Three-pointer. No good on that one. On offense, here are the Magic. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Howard with a screen on O'Neal. Dueling for three, and it's Mourning with the rebound. For Miami, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Shoots from 12. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Payton's got his first points in this one.
Gary Payton, very comfortable from this range.
Here's Francis, covered by Payton. And that one's good, Francis.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And it's Wade with the ball for Miami. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Fires the three. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
And Wade is very selective from this area, but he can absolutely knock down the triple.
Here's Francis. He's got 6. It's hauled in by the Heat.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Now, here's Payton. D right on him, and Shaq with the slam.
Boy, an immovable, unstoppable force around the rim. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a Shaq attack.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. A big change to the playoff format, Greg. The first round is up to best of 7. It was best of 5.
Yeah, and no one is complaining about more playoff games. The intensity is incredible, but it'll be interesting to see if we have less upsets.
So for the Magic, Outlaws checked in, and it's Hill in for Turkoglu. Francis passes to Hill. Here's Francis, defended by Payton. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well.
Now here's Wade. He's covered by Doolin, and they're able to recover. And Hill has it in the corner. Pass to Howard. Howard draws the double. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
The D must be better, or else he'll continue to hurt him down low.
Here's Payton. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Hill passes to Francis. Inside. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
So it's Orlando now. They trail by 1. 5 to shoot. From deep 3-point territory.
You know, the defense Gary Payton brings to the table is high-level special. He works hard to alter every shot he can, always in good position on D.
Good work there as it goes. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Here's Francis. 6 points for him. And Mourning sends it back.
And that is why shooters fear Mourning. He's got excellent instincts for coming up with the block.
Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Payton. The Heat leading by 3. That's tipped. Now here is Hill. Defense right on him.
Yeah, that says it all right there. Grant Hill finishing the drive with some thunder. When he's moving at full speed, boy, it looks like he can fly.
Outside, Payton. And Shaq with the slam.
And this is why Shaq's teammates lob it up for him. They trust him to finish that alley-oop.
Here's Francis, covered by Payton. Here's Francis. Floats one up, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Pass to Wade. And it's sent back by Howard.
And Howard takes his shot blocking very seriously, skying up and sending him back with his impressive vertical.
Francis passes to Dooling. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Dooling's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Wade with the ball for Miami. Now a timeout called by Miami. One of the stories here, Dwight Howard getting it done today.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
So both teams making some changes here. Payton passes to Haslam. Nelson against Payton. Pass to Shaq. Payton outside. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back. And Hill throws it down.
This is where Hill can hurt you. Once he has a step on the D in transition, it's lights out.
Right outside. Stolen by Stevenson. Goes up. And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Miami trails by 5. Pass to right, stolen by Stevenson. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Williams kicks to right. Now here's Walker. Back to right to end the run. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot. You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Right from outside, the rebound by Outland.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Here's Hill, and Hill throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Miami trails by 13. To the wing right side. It's stolen by Hill. And now it's Nelson running. He can go all the way.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Walker. Tight defense on him.
And look at how mobile Walker is. Terrific at just attacking the rim there and finishing.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Haslem, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Haslem's got 6.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
And here is Hill. He's got 10. No good from outside. It's right on the wing. The tray. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Looking to stretch things out and using an accurate shot to do so.
On the wing, Hill. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Outside Williams. Three-pointer. Here's Walker, and Walker throws it down.
Explosive move by Antoine Walker, throwing it down with force.
Nelson outside. Beyond the arc. He can't get it to go. And here's Miami. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Outlaw with it. He's picked up by Walker.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And it's right missing. Orlando leading by 8. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Hill passes to Stevenson. And a miss there on the triple. He got it up. And so it's Orlando holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Shaka's screen on Hill. The drive by Wade, and Wade slams it in.
Oh, powerful move right there by Wade. So elusive on the drive.
Here's Francis, covered by Payton. And that one's good, Francis. Francis has got 8. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Miami. To the paint. Howard with the steal. Turkoglu outside. Hill passes to Francis. Clock at 4. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wade kicks to Payton. Walker with a screen for Payton. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
And it's Walker penetrating. Orlando grabs the miss. Francis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Howard. Good. The assist goes to Hill. He's got 13.
And when Howard gets it going, watch out. It's scary to see him dominate like this.
Wade passes to O'Neal. And stolen by Outlaw. Here's the break. And the dunk by Outlaw.
All the way himself there, just taking over.
Miami trails by 10. Walker with a screen for Payton. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And stolen by Outlaw. Walker is screen on Hill. Wade from outside. Here's O'Neal. Oh, the jam by O'Neal!
Like whenever this big man gets fancy with it, O'Neal is a ridiculous dunker when he's this close to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And Orlando making a change here. Dooling's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Francis, covered by Payton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Francis. Basket good. Francis has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, pretty shot. The floater is pretty much unstoppable. Defenders have no shot to block it.
Here's Wade. Rebound by the Magic. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
And the strength of Howard is tremendous, which makes him hard to stop when he catches it that low.
Walker a screen. Down low. Stolen by Dooling. Here's Francis. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Wade. Walker with a screen for Wade. Outside, Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. That's 12 points for Walker.
There's a lot to like and love about Wade. He's a guy who isn't just a scorer. He'll look to get others involved. Actually, he'll do whatever his team needs him to do to win.
Turkoglu outside. Howard against Shaquille O'Neal. And Howard with the stuff.
And not a whole lot that D can do. Once Howard is in position for the dunk, he might as well start jogging back the other way.
Wade, right side. Here we go, one-on-one. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Turkoglu's got 6. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Orlando.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've also made a point to protect the rim tonight. All game long, they've been challenging or blocking shots.
Magic leading by 12. Here's Francis. He's got 10. Here's Howard.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
And Howard, one of the most dangerous players in the league when he rolls to the rim.
Now Wade. He's got 20. Can't stop the alley-oop home.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Yep, that one goes in there. Wade's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, great IQ from the young Wade. Decided to keep it, and it paid off.
Here's Francis. And another shot, and it's good on the way in. He's got 12.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Timeout called, the Heat. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And Miami has possession. It's a 16-point game. Here's Williams. No good from 11 feet. Magic shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Here's Garrity. Lays it up off the glass. Garrity's got his second basket of the night.
Love the team-first mentality, looking to make the pass there.
Nelson against Williams. To the inside. Morning's shot is good. Morning's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Dominant play from Morning inside. Even when you come to expect it, he's tough to defend against down low.
And here's Turkoglu for three, and it's Haslam with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the dunk by Morning.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Nelson against Williams. Pass to Garrity. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Williams. It's right on the wing. He's covered by Dooley. Capono no good. Magic leading by 14. Now, here is Nelson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Deshaun Stevenson, he's checked in for Orlando. And so here's Orlando. They led by as many as 18 points. Turkoglu kicks to Dooley. Clock at 6. Left side, Turkoglu. And it's Miami with the rebound. Capono's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And he gets it back. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And it's hard to draw those fouls and complete the play, but he was able to.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Hill, he's checked in for Hedo Turkoglu.
What's up?
That's good from Haslam.
Well, I tell you what, Haslam has a reputation as being a great teammate, a real professional. He does whatever is asked of him, whether it's on the court or off.
Pass to Stevenson. They set the pick. Here's Garrity. He's guarded by Morning. The Magic need to get a shot off here. 3-pointer, Nelson. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got 7 rebounds in the game. Williams up on top. Guarded by Nelson. Williams passes to Mourning. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Mourning's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Hill kicks to Nelson. On the wing, Stevenson. He's got 7. They could use a bucket for 3. Dooling. A three-pointer is right on target. Dooling's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Pass to Haslam. Right side, Williams. Nelson with the steal. The 3. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Now here's Williams. Now Mourning, guarded by Nelson. From 8. And that one hits back iron. Orlando leading by 12. Orlando moving the ball around. In transition, here comes Miami. A wide open look here for Wright. Miami no good on that time either. Nelson outside. Back to Stevenson. Shoots the 3. Doesn't go that time. Miami trails by 12. .55 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Here's Haslam. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Haslam's got 11 points.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Dooling with it. 8 points for him. And Nelson gets it to go. There's 37 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Inside. Here's Stevenson, and it's slammed in by Stevenson.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Williams against Nelson. The kick out to Hill. Over Haslam. It's deflected, and so it's Dwight Howard making highlights for Orlando. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Francis. Pass to Stevenson. From deep, Turkoglu. Rebound by the Heat. Posey's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Wade in the corner. Stolen by Stevenson. Here's Francis.
Watch the screen.
6 on the shot clock. Pass to Turkoglu. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, and this team looks for Turkoglu to score, especially when he gets a good look inside.
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. And here is Payton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Hedo Turkoglu.
Bumping, battling down low. Gary Payton is more than comfortable in those situations.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Payton
A super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
The Magic making a switch here. Outlaws checked in. And both free throws good for Payton. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Francis. Wade is covering. The floater. Here's Outlaw. And it's Wade with the rebound.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Shaq is screen on Nelson. Payton attacking. Pass to Shaq. And Shaq with the slam.
Well, here's a center who can put up 40, 50, 60. I mean, there's really no limit to what Shaq can do scoring the basketball.
Nelson outside. Over Payton. And Nelson gets it to go. And the Magic lead by 12.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
The shot by Wade, no good. Orlando, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outlaw. And Outlaw slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Wade outside. On the wing, Walker. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 5 on the clock.
Howard is an excellent defender with a wide reach, and because of that, he's really good at contesting shots.
All night he's been recognizing the mismatch and taking advantage.
High arcing shot. Francis' shot is off. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Heat. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Yeah, that was a terrific pass from Wade. You knew he could find people, and that could separate him in this league.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Francis, defended by Payton. Rejected by Walker. O'Neal outside. Walker is screen on Nelson. Here's Wade, and there's the drive. And it's Wade with the jam.
And that's young man strength right there. Wade muscling it home.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
And there are so many reasons to be a fan of Wade's. This young man's ceiling is sky high.
The Magic called timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Magic was saying to his team. He told his players, "I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now." Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Francis. Turkoglu outside. Howard setting the pick for Nelson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shaq kicks to Payton. Over to the left wing. Walker the pass to Wade. Miami needs to get a shot off. The three-pointer, no good. Magic leading by 7. Nelson outside. Pass to Howard. They double-team Howard. Here's Francis. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
On or off the ball, Francis is a threat. Someone who can flat out light it up.
Here's Turkoglu, and he jams it with authority.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
O'Neal sets the screen for Payton. Driving the lane, and O'Neal gets it to go.
Nice roll from O'Neal, and he is a major target in these screen and rolls.
Here's Francis, covered by Payton. Here's Francis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Francis has got 11 points here in just the second half. Wade outside. O'Neal a screen on Nelson. Here's Wade into the lane.
And how about the leaping ability of Wade? What a finish.
Magic leading by 10. Here's Francis. Here's the screen. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Here's Francis. Step-back shot. Again, the Magic score.
You know, even if they anticipated the step back coming, the defense didn't offer a ton of resistance.
Wade outside. Walker with a screen for Wade. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
The Magic making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Morning's checked in for Miami. It's stolen by Hill. Rebound by the Heat. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Wade passes to Payton. Morning with the screen. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Payton.
That's a shot that Payton can occasionally make. I like whenever he looks to expand his range some, though.
Hill kicks to Howard. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Walker is screen on Hill. To the middle. And finished off by Walker.
D-Wade showing you his savvy at work, moving things around and opening up the floor for his teammates.
Hill looking it over. Howard with a screen on Wade. Hill with it. Wade picks him up. No good from Turkoglu. Miami trails by 8. Here's Walker driving inside. And the dunk by Walker.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Here's Francis. Pass to Outlaw. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Miami trails by 7. Now Payton. He takes it in. Pass to Mourning. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Magic shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Stolen by Walker. Wade against Hill, 11 feet away. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
And this team already trusts in Wade's ability to nail the big shot. Very impressive.
The Magic called timeout. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Francis. Shot from 12. Misses off the right iron.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Hill against Wade. To the paint, Howard with the steal, and now Orlando on the break. On the wing, Hill. Wade is covering. Hill passes to Outlaw. Here's Francis. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. And it's Mourning with the rebound. Mourning's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Walker's shot is off. The Magic shooting it well here in the 4th quarter, 50%. The Magic again can't hit. Miami trails by 5. Now here's Wade. There's 1:17 left in the 4th quarter. Walker's shot is off.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Back to Howard. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. .103 left in the 4th quarter. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. Carries it from 3-point range.
And not a shot you see often from Turkoglu, showing off his skills there.
And it's Wade with the ball for Miami. The Heat call time. Payton finds Wade. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And the dunk by Mourning.
Mourning coming alive and nailing the big-time shot. Talk about being absolutely fearless. There it is right in front of you.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's Francis. Pass to Howard. And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, Howard, a physical and muscular, authoritative big guy who intimidates most nights. His physicality, very impressive.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Miami. They trail by 8. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Yeah, they got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul immediately.
Going to be hard, though. I mean, they don't have much time to work with here, but we've seen crazy stuff happen in this game.
Here's Wade, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Wade's got 34.
Dwayne Wade is a beast. No moment too big for him.
Pass to Francis. Turkoglu against Walker. There's the double team with Walker. Outlaw kicks to Turkoglu. 6 to shoot. A 3-ball. Rejected by Walker, and the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 6. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
.15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cozy, no luck, and he commits the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective.